a really great kind of posture to work on. They're a really good basis to work on. They're often kind of associated with tapas, which means discipline or focus in Sanskrit. So they're often a good kind of grounding, finding your inner warrior pose. So that's what we're focusing on tonight. We're going to start standing, which everyone I think always panics with, but it will be gentle to start. So when you're ready, just come to the top of the mat and we'll begin. So when you're at the top of the mat, just have your feet underneath the hips. Give your shoulders a nice roll back and down. You can allow the head to stack on top of the spine, or you can draw some circles round one way and the other way. And then just take a moment after you've had a little wiggle or sway to grow really tall in the spine. And you might find that automatically this means you're drawing in the core, you're lifting taller. And just notice where you feel the weight in the feet, if it's in the heels, if it's more towards the toes, the balls of the feet. Maybe here you can close the eyes or take the gaze down to the ground. And see if you can roll the shoulders back and down so you really feel that space between the shoulders and the ears. Feel that openness through the collarbones, through the chest. And then from here, see if you can release the jaw and the tongue. See if you can find some space in between the eyebrows and the forehead. And just focus on the breath in and out of the nose. So see if we can keep this breath going for the whole practice in and out through the nose. And often in yoga we have this breath that keeps us going throughout our practice called Ujjayi breath. And this is the audible inhalation and exhalation. It's also known as ocean breath or even Darth Vader breath. So if you imagine you are fogging up a window and you're making the R sound, almost like a sigh, and then closing the lips at the end so the breath comes out through the nose, that's our Ujjayi breath. So there's a slight restriction at the back of the throat. And feel this being fueled by the belly. So as you inhale, you feel the belly expand. That audible inhalation. As you exhale, feel it draw in, releasing the breath. Having 2 more breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. 1 more breath. Inhale. And exhale. Good. On your next inhale, softly, slowly start to take your hands up towards the ceiling. Growing taller. And as you exhale, softly forward fold, but really notice the backs of the legs. So go as slowly as you want to. Keep a micro bend in the knees. Think of the chest coming down towards the thighs. And then allow the back of the head to feel really heavy down towards the ground. Allow the chin to softly tuck towards the chest. Maybe give the head a yes and a no. Maybe give the shoulders a wiggle. And from here, maybe you want to softly straighten one leg and the other. Just again noticing the backs of the legs. Good. From here, we're going to place our fingertips onto the shins. Roll those shoulders back into flat back. Imagine you can balance something on the spine, looking forwards. Inhale. And exhale, bend the knees, tuck the tailbone, and start to slowly stack back up in the spine. So these half salutations, allow the head to be the last piece of step, nice and slow. Inhale, hands open over the head. This time, hold on to the left wrist. See if you can grow taller. So imagine the left hand coming up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, bend over towards your right hand side. So the hips are still facing forwards, but we're making this nice banana shape in the spine. So bending over towards your right hand side. Feeling that stretch down the left side of the body. Working towards your maximum. Pause there. And then inhale, draw back to center. As you exhale, softly forward fold. Again, bend the knees as much as you need to. Give the head yes and no, make any movements, sway, pedal from side to side. On your next inhale, softly press the fingertips to shins, rising slightly, engaging the belly button spine. Exhale, bend the knees, stacking up in the spine, rolling nice and slowly. Inhale, hands open over the head, this time holding onto the right wrist, grow taller, imagine the right hand coming up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, bending up towards your left hand side. And again, releasing down the right side of the body, the rib cage, maybe feeling the obliques engage. Pause at your maximum. Inhale, draw back to center. And exhale, forward fold. Maybe going slightly quicker this time. Inhale, flat back, fingertips to shins, softly rise. Exhale, bend the knees, softly roll in the spine. Inhale, hands open over the head. This time make a pistol position with the fingers, so index fingers facing up towards the ceiling. Again, grow taller. And this time maybe see if you have a slight back bend, so think of the chest leading up towards the ceiling. Have a breath, inhale. And exhale, forward fold. Good. Inhale, flat back, fingertips to shins. Think of the weight being slightly further forward into the balls of the feet, the toes. And exhale, bend the knees, softly roll up in the spine. This time we're adding on to this sequence. Inhale, hands open over the head, drawing palms to touch. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, fingertips to shins. This time, exhale, bend the knees, place the fingertips down to the ground, just shoot your right leg back, but keep the heel lifted so we're coming into high lunge. Inhale, hands open in line with the shoulders. Really thinking of that right heel going towards the back of the mat. So we're open through the chest, roll those shoulders back and down a few times. Good, feel that hip flexor release from the right hand side. One more breath, inhale. Exhale, placing the fingertips on either side of the foot, use a bit of momentum to come back to the top of the mat. Feet underneath the hips. Inhale, fingertips to shins, flat back. Exhale, bend the knees, rolling up in the spine. Inhale, hands open over the head, drawing palms to touch. Exhale, forward fold, coming to other side. Inhale, softly rise, fingertips to shins. Exhale, bend the knees, fingertips down, shoot that left leg back and down. Good, keep that heel lifted, coming to high lunge. Inhale, hands open in line with the shoulders. Roll those shoulders back, feel active all the way to the base of that left heel. Feel free to make a few movements here as we're warming up the body. Inhale. And exhale, hands on either side of that right foot, using a bit of momentum, come back to your forward fold. Inhale, flat back, fingertips to shins. Exhale, bend the knees, softly roll in the spine. Inhale, hands open over the head. And this time, exhale to heart center. Good. From here, just draw your big toes to touch, and making our way to mountain pose. So lift those 10 toes, placing down again. Roll the shoulders back and down, palms facing forwards. Grow a bit taller in the spine, engage the core. Good. On your next inhale, take the hands open over the head, making that pistol position with the fingers, so index fingers facing up towards the ceiling. Roll those shoulders back. We're going to try to straighten our arms as much as we can, but if you feel like the shoulders are then rising up towards the ears, then just bend the arms slightly. So doing what you can, thinking of the arms being about in line with the ears, but again, noticing if the shoulders are rising. Inhale here. And as you exhale, tilt over to your right hand side, but again, be really aware of the hips. You want them to be facing forward, so nice and neutral. So just noticing if one's coming forwards or twisting back, keeping those hips nice and neutral. And again, working towards your maximum, so noticing how the obliques feel, how the shoulders feel. If you need to bend the arms, if the shoulders get a bit tired, feel free to do so. Have one more breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, draw back to center. Coming to other side, inhale through center. And exhale, hips facing forwards, tilting towards your left-hand side. Maybe thinking of the chest slightly revolving up towards the ceiling, rolling that right shoulder back and down. Have one more breath. Inhale. And exhale. On your next inhale, softly rise to center. And exhale, forward fold, releasing the arms. Inhale, softly rise, halfway lift. Exhale, bend the knees, coming back to high lunge. Shoot your right leg back, heel nice and active. Inhale, send the arms open in line with the shoulders, sinking deeper into this hip flexor stretch on the right hand side. So the further away you have that back leg, the deeper you'll feel this. Pausing now. Inhale. And exhale. Good. From here, just holding onto opposite elbows. See if you can find that openness through the chest. And then from here, take your elbows over towards your left-hand side. So again, the legs are feeling nice and active and strong. Lean into your maximum, and when you're there, then extend the arms in opposite directions. So left hand down to the ground, right hand up to the ceiling. One more breath, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, draw back to center. And exhale, place the hands on either side of that foot to give a bit of momentum and looking forward, step back to your forward fold. Inhale, softly rise, fingertips to shins. Exhale, bend the knees, tuck the tailbone, stack up in the spine, vertebrae at a time. Inhale, hands open over the head. And exhale to heart center. Good, just making a bit of heat and energy in the body. Inhale, sweep the hands up towards the ceiling, making that pistol position. Growing taller, roll those shoulders back. Exhale, tilting over towards your right hand side. Hips facing forwards. Again, be aware of if one's twisting more forwards than the other. Trying to keep them nice and in line. Having one more breath. Inhale. Exhale your maximum. Inhale, draw back to center. Straight to the other side. Exhale, tilting to the left. Make sure the left side of the hip isn't going backwards. We're nice and neutral in the hips. Good. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale your maximum. Inhale, draw back to center. Grow nice and tall. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, softly rising fingertips to shins, flat back. Exhale, fingertips to the ground, shoot that left leg back into the high lunge, active through the heel. Inhale, extend the hands up and in line with the shoulders. Sinking deeper in towards that stretch. If you want to shuffle that left leg back, you can sink a bit deeper into this high lunge. Inhale here. Exhale, holding onto the elbows. Roll the shoulders back, open from the chest. Have a breath in center. Inhale. And then exhale, tilting over towards your right hand side. So feel that left side of the rib cage. And then again, when you're at your maximum, then extending that right hand towards the bottom, left hand up towards the ceiling. Pausing there, one more breath. Inhale. And exhale. From here, inhale, come back to center. Feeling nice and strong in the legs. Inhale. And exhale, fingertips on each side of the foot, looking forward, stepping back to your forward fold. Inhale, softly rise, halfway lift. Exhale, bend the knees, rolling up nice and slowly in the spine, vertebrae at a time. Inhale, hands open over the head, draw the palms to touch. And exhale to heart center. Good, so we're going to make our way to our full sun salutation. So draw your big toes to touch, heels if they will. Roll those shoulders back and down. Grow taller in your mountain pose. Find that center of gravity, so take your weight towards the tips of the toes, towards the back of the heels. Maybe making some circles. Find that spot where you feel nice and grounded. Imagine those roots at the base of the feet. Draw the belly button in so you can grow taller. Have one more breath here. And then your next breath, inhale, hands open over the head, draw palms to touch. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, this time bend the knees as much as you need to step back into your high plank. Wrists underneath shoulders, option to lower the knees straight away or hold this for a breath. Inhale. Exhale, softening down in your version of chaturanga, so elbows into rib cage, option to lower the knees nice and softly. Inhale, flip onto the front of the feet, roll those shoulders back. If you're in cobra, the thighs are down. If you're in upward dog, you're pressing into the earth and the thighs are lifted, so you're just on the very tops of the front of the feet. Have one more breath here, inhale. And then exhale, downward dog, rolling over the feet, tailbone nice and high. And making some movements here in downward dog, so pedaling the feet from side to side, giving the head a yes and a no. Draw back to your breath. If you're trying to gyre breath out for the first time, then coming back to that audible inhalation and exhalation through the nose. Having one more breath here in our first downward dog. Inhale. And exhale. Looking forward, step forward, jump towards the foot of the mat. Inhale, fingertips to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, bend the knees, softly roll up in the spine. Vertebrae at a time. Inhale, hands open over the head, draw palms to touch. And exhale, front to the heart center. Good, doing that one more time. Make sure your big toes are touching. Roll those shoulders back, connect back with your breath. Any intentions you might have for the practice. And then your next breath, inhale, grow nice and tall, palms up to the ceiling. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, fingertips to shins. Exhale, high plank, bend the knees as much as you need to. Lower the knees if you need to, or have a breath in high plank. Inhale. Exhale, elbows in, softly lower down towards the ground. Coming to upward dog and don't allow the shoulders to go beneath the elbows. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, cobra, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. 2 breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. 1 more breath. Inhale. And exhale. Looking forward. Step up, jump towards the most mat. Inhale, fingertips to shins. Roll the shoulders back. Exhale, bend the knees. Roll in the spine. Vertebrae at a time. Inhale, hands open overhead. Drawing heart to touch. And exhale in front of the heart center. Good, well done. Roll those shoulders back. Draw your toes to touch. Put my teeth back in. Draw your toes to touch. Give the shoulders a wiggle. Feel nice and grounded here. So we're making our way to our Surya Namaskar B, and this will feature our first warrior pose. So on your next inhalation, take the hands in line with the shoulders, tailwind down to the ground, bring to chair pose, so squeeze the thighs together, creating some fire in the legs. And the deeper you take this chair, the further you bend the knees without the knees going in front of the toes, the stronger you'll feel this in the thighs. If it feels a bit too strong in the arms, have the hands slightly lower, and imagine you're squeezing a block, so you're nice and active all the way to the very tips of the fingers. Draw the belly button in towards the spine, have 1 more breath, inhale. And then exhale, forward fold, straighten the legs, keeping the chest coming down towards the thighs. Inhale, halfway lift, take the fingertips to the shins, rolling the shoulders back. Exhale, bend the knees, coming back into that high plank. Option to lower the knees straight away and have a breath. Inhale. Exhale, softly down towards the ground, any variation. Inhale, up dog, cobra, rolling shoulders back. Exhale, downward dog, tailbone nice and high. 1 more breath here, inhale. And exhale. Good. From here, we're going to look between the hands and step the right foot between the hands. So coming to warrior 1, make the stance slightly shorter and take the back foot to 45 degrees so the heel is down. From here, we're going to inhale with the hands up and in line with the shoulders. And see if we can keep both hips facing forwards. So this is the tricky thing with warrior 1 and the difference between warrior 1 and warrior 2. In warrior 2, our hips are open towards the side of the mat. In warrior 1, we're thinking of the hips facing and being in line with the very front of the mat. So you might have found that your left side of the hip is slightly going diagonal. See if you can draw it forwards. You'll feel this down the back of the calf on the left-hand side. Have 1 more breath. Inhale. And then exhale. Take the hands on either side of that foot and set back into your high plank. There's option here to come straight to downward dog or take flow. Inhale, you're taking a flow. Exhale, lower down to the ground. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. And exhale, downward dog. Tailbone high. Pedaling through the feet. Coming to other side. Inhale, look between the hands, stepping up the left foot. Making the stance slightly shorter at the back of the toes at 45 degrees. Inhale, hands up and in line with the shoulders. And again, making sure our hips are facing forwards. So draw that right side of the hip towards the front of the mat. If that means that you need to make the stance shorter to keep the heel down, then feel free to do so. And 1 more breath. Inhale. And exhale. Taking the hands on either side of this foot, stepping back into your high plank. Have a breath. Inhale. Exhale, soften down to the ground. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. And exhale, downward dog. Having 2 breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. 1 more breath. Inhale. And exhale. From here, softly start to lower the knees, stretching through the feet down towards the ground. And then draw the big toes to touch, come into your child's pose. So take the tailbone down towards the heels, walk the hands forwards. And just having a breather here. See if you can crawl those fingers towards the top of the mat so you really feel it all the way down the spine, the shoulder blades. Make any movements that feel good, sway the chest, allow the head, the forehead to connect down towards the mat. Draw back to your breath in and out through the nose, draw back to your intention. And one more breath here, breathe in deeply through the nose. And sigh and release out the mouth. Good. And then from here, we're going to come up towards a tabletop position. So place the wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Take the feet back in line with the knees as well. Have a little sway from side to side, so we're just going to notice the spine. And then from here, inhale, roll the shoulders back so we can into our cat-cow. Tailbone nice and high, open through the chest. Exhale, press into the earth, scooping the belly up. Inhale, roll shoulders back, look forwards. And exhale, come into your cat, pressing into the earth, drawing the belly to up. One more time. Inhale, roll shoulders back, look forwards. And exhale, pressing into the earth, arching the spine. Good. From here, inhale, roll shoulders back, look forward. This time, join the big toes to touch. As you exhale, arch through the spine, and then make your way back down towards the child's pose. This time, take the knees as wide as the mat, keep the big toes to touch as you sink a bit deeper into a wide-legged child's pose. So walk the hands forward. If you want to come to tadpole, this is even deeper in the hips. You can take the knees even off the mat, keep the big toes touching. And again, walk the hands forward. And you'll feel that quite deeply through the groin and the inner thighs. So just using these few moments as a bit of a breather, pressing the reset button. The warrior poses can be quite difficult and strenuous. So just finding our breath, coming back to our intentions. Have one more breath here, inhale. And exhale, just walking the hands slightly closer, draw the knees back in line with the hips. And we're going to come back to our downward dog, so again, make sure your index fingers are facing forwards, so you have that wrap in the shoulders. Tuck the toes and take the tailbone up towards the ceiling. Don't worry if you need to bend the knees, don't worry if the heels aren't touching the mat. Feel free to make any movements that feel good. Have one more breath here, inhale. And exhale. Looking forward, step up, jump towards the front of the mat. And then inhale, flat back, fingertips to shins, and roll those shoulders back. Exhale, bend the knees, tuck the tailbones, stack up in the spine nice and slowly. Inhale, hands open overhead, drawing palms to touch. And exhale, in front of the heart. Good. So we're going to come to our Earthbound Warrior series now. So roll the shoulders back, draw the big toes to touch. Feel free to have a drink, hike your leggings up, whatever you need to do. And then your next breath, inhale, hands open over the head, drawing palms together. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, fingertips to shins, weight into the balls of the feet. Exhale, bend the knees and shoot your right leg back and down into a long, low lunge. Roll those shoulders back. Option to have the hands on the thighs if that's easier. Have a moment here, allowing this right side of the hip flexor and quad to release. From here, we're going to take the hands behind the back and link all the fingers together. From here, see if you can imagine the hands being pulled towards the back of the mat, so you're opening up through the chest and the shoulders. And then option to stay here, or if you'd like to slide this hand down the back of the right hamstring, then you're welcome to, just to make this slightly deeper in the chest chest slightly deeper in the back bend. See if you can allow the gaze to stay either up towards the ceiling or ahead of you so you're not completely releasing in the back of the neck. See if you can keep it slightly more engaged. Have one more breath. Inhale. And then exhale, softly coming back up to center. From here, just placing the hands on either side of the foot. We're going to lift this right foot and see if you can flip it over towards your left-hand side. So your leg at the back now is at 90 degrees, so your right foot is over towards the left-hand side. Inhale, sweep your right hand up and over towards the back of the mat. So it's that Earthbound Warrior 2. So we should feel nice and open through the hips and the inner thighs here. Roll those shoulders back and down and feel really active all the way into the very tips of the fingers. From here, we're going to flip your left hand, take it up towards the ceiling, and take your right hand behind you so it's on the lower back and the fingers are coming up towards your left-hand side, so towards your left rib cage. So it's a variation of a reverse warrior. We'll be coming to this in our standing sequence as well. So the right hand behind the back, left hand extends up and over. Inhale, draw back to center. And from here, place your left forearm onto the left thigh. Inhale, extend right hand up and towards the ceiling, up towards the top of the mat. Make sure there's some space between that right shoulder and ear. Pausing there. Inhale, come back to center, doing that one more time. Taking that left hand up towards the ceiling, right hand behind the back, reverse warrior. Inhale, draw back to center. Left forearm on the left thigh, extending right hand up and over. Good. Inhale, draw back to center in your warrior 2, gazing over that third finger. And then exhale, windmill the hands to either side of the foot. Flip that back leg back round so it's in line with your low lunge. And then press into the hands. Option to take a flow up and straight to a downward dog or child's pose. Inhale. Exhale if you're taking a flow, lower down. Inhale, up and dog cobra. And exhale, downward dog. Rolling those shoulders back and down. Having 2 breaths. Inhale. And exhale. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale. Coming straight to the other side. Inhale, step your right foot between the hands. And when it's there, lower the left knee down towards the ground. So coming to our low lunge on this side. Roll the shoulders back. Option to have the hands on the thighs. Have a moment here. See if you can get comfortable making the stance shorter or longer. And then taking the hands behind the back, linking all those fingers. Inhale, so you can straighten the arms, open up through the chest. And exhale, option to slide the hands down the back leg, open up through the front of the body. Going to your maximum, pausing there. One more breath, inhale. And then exhale, softly coming back to center. Hands on either side of this right foot, lift the back foot, flip it over towards your right hand side, and then wiggle your left hand up and over towards the back of the mat. Gazing over that right third finger. Pausing here in your Earthbound Warrior 2. Inhale. And then exhale, flipping that right palm. Left hand comes behind the back. Variation of our reverse warrior. Pausing at your maximum. Inhale, draw back to center. Right forearm comes towards the right thigh. Extend left hand up and towards the mat. Doing that one more time. Inhale, coming back to center. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale through center. Exhale, side angle. Left hand extends towards top of the mat. Good. Inhale, come back to center. Gaze over that right third finger. And as you exhale, windmill the hands into either side of that foot, flipping that back leg round. Good. From here, press into the hands, coming straight to downward dog. See if you can slide that right foot towards the back of the mat. Tailbone nice and high. And then pedaling the feet. Leave the head a yes and a no. Come back to your breath. Have one more breath in your downward dog. Inhale. And exhale. From here, looking forward, step up, jump towards the front of the mat. Inhale, flat back, fingertips to shins. Exhale, forward fold. This time, inhale, arms out nice and wide, open through chest, drawing the palms back together. And exhale to the heart center. Good, roll those shoulders back. Feel nice and grounded, feel free to adjust, grab a drink, that feels good. Plant those 10 toes, close the eyes or soften the gaze. Have a moment just to press that reset button. Find that space between the shoulders and the ears. Soften the eyebrows, come back to your breath. If you're practicing your Ujjayi breath, creating that fire within the belly. Having one more breath here, inhale. And exhale. Good, your next inhale, extend the hands, open up the head, drawing palms to touch. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, fingertips to shins. Exhale, bend the knees, shoot your right leg back. Coming to high lunge, inhale, extend the hands in line with the shoulders, sink deeper into this pose. Think the right heel extending towards the back of the mat. From here, inhale, imagine you're being lifted up towards the ceiling, and then planting your right heel down, making your way into warrior two. So back foot is at 90 degrees. Make sure this left knee is tracking in line with the second toe. And we feel really open through the hips towards the side, long side of your mat. Allow the shoulder blades to slide down the spine. Have one more breath in your warrior two. Inhale. And then exhale, flip that left palm up towards the ceiling. We're taking the right hand, the right arm behind the spine. And as you exhale, extend the left hand up and towards the back of the mat. And feel like someone is pulling your right fingertips towards the front. You almost want to take one towards the left side of the rib cage. Inhale, softly lift back to center, coming into that side angle pose. Exhale, left forearm to left thigh, extending right hand up and over the head. Inhale, draw back to center. Let's try and stay nice and strong in the legs. Exhale, left hand flips, right hand behind the spine. Good. Inhale, coming back to center. Exhale, side angle. Option to have the forearm onto the thigh or sliding that arm down the inside of the thigh. Either option. From here, looking forwards, we're going to see if we come to half moon. So taking your right hand up and in line with the shoulder, gazing forward, see if you can walk your left hand towards the top of the mat. And we're going to lift the back leg off with the toes facing out towards the side. If this feels too much in the hamstring on the left leg, then just keep the leg bent. You can still make your way towards this balancing pose. If you're here, have one more breath. Inhale. And then exhale, softly lowering back to your warrior two. See how soft and graceful you can be. Have a breath in warrior two. Inhale. And then exhale, windmill the hands into either side of the foot. Options to take a flow if you want to work with that chaturanga, or step back to your downward dog. Having a couple breaths here, we'll meet in our downward dog. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale. Looking forward, step up, jump towards the front of the mat. Inhale, fingertips to shins, rolling shoulders back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms up nice and wide, open through chest, drawing palms up together. And exhale in front of the heart. Good, coming to other side, just roll the shoulders back, Draw the toes out to touch. Option to close the eyes or soften the gaze. Come back to your breath, your intention. On your next breath, inhale, extend the hands up towards the ceiling, grow nice and tall. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, fingertips to shins. Exhale, bend the knees, shoot that left leg back into your high lunge. Inhale, extend the hands, open in line with the shoulders. Roll the shoulders back, foot open through the chest. Have a breath. On your next inhale, feel being pulled up towards the ceiling, grow nice and tall. And as you exhale, flatten that left heel down towards the ground. Checking your alignment, making sure your knee is tracking in line with the second big toe. And your heel at the front should be about in line with the arch at the back of your foot. So making sure we're nice and open through the hips. On your next breath, flip your right palm towards the ceiling. Inhale. As you exhale, take the left hand behind the spine. Think of it coming over towards your right ribcage. Reverse warrior. Inhale, come back to center. Side angle pose. Exhale, extend left hand open towards the ceiling. Feel the chest revolve up towards the ceiling as well, so we're not looking down towards the ground. Inhale, come back through warrior two. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, flowing back through center. Option to take the right hand inside of the right thigh. Inhale. And exhale, side angle. From here, looking forward, seeing if you can take the right hand towards the top of the mat, lifting the back toes off, having the left arm in line with the shoulder, again, option to bend that right knee. And our hips are still open, so think of the left toes coming out towards the side. If you're feeling really good here, you can take your gaze up towards the left fingertips. Having one more breath, inhale. And then lowering down softly, slowly into your warrior two, exhale. Having a breath, inhale. And then exhale, windmill the hands into each side of the foot, stepping back into your downward dog. Having a breath here, inhale. And as you exhale, softly lower the knees, come down towards your child's pose. So draw the big toes to touch. Soften the chest down. You have the option of having a wide-legged child's pose here if you want to stick the knees as wide as the mat. If the arms are feeling tired, you can lower the elbows. Otherwise, you can keep the elbows lifted for an active child's pose. See if you can allow the chest to soften down towards the ground. Have a couple moments to draw back to your breath. One more breath here. Inhale. And exhale. On your next inhale, softly walk the hands slightly further forward, underneath the shoulders. And then tuck the toes, exhale, downward dog, tailbone nice and high. From here, looking forward, step walk, jump towards the front of the mat. Inhale, flat back, fingertips to shins, rolling shoulders down. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms out nice and wide, open through the chest, draw the palms back together. And exhale in front of the heart. Good. Again, now we're standing, feel free to grab a drink or readjust. We're going to be working into our warrior three next. So we've done our warrior one, our earthbound warriors, our warrior two. This is our final one. So place all your weight into your left foot. Feel really grounded here. A warrior three is a balancing pose. So hopefully we're in that nice mindset after the half moon lifts. And coming to stork pose, see if you can just raise the right knee up towards the chest. And again, actively press into this left foot. So you're not allowing the hip to come over towards the left-hand side. As soon as you do that, it's going to be really difficult to balance. So really feel like you're pressing into the earth. Good. From here, we have the option of either just holding onto the knee and pausing here. And you can do any variation here by just allowing the right hand to encourage the knee in and out. If you'd like to go slightly deeper, then taking the peace fingers and seeing if we can catch the big toe on the right side. And from here, drawing that knee closer towards the chest. Again, actively pressing in that left foot. On your next inhalation, see if you can extend the right foot out in front of you if you've got the big toe. Options here to have a micro bend in this left standing leg, so you're not locking out. You can keep the knee nice and bent on this right side. Don't feel like you have to fully extend. From here, we're going to inhale. And as you exhale, see if you can open the leg up towards the right hand side so the hips are open towards the front of the mat. Pausing there. Exhale, draw it back to center. From here, we're going to inhale. See if we can leave the bind, so let go of the foot, but keep the leg lifted out in front of you. So you're working these hip flexors to draw the foot up. Inhale, extend the hands up and in line with the shoulders. And as you exhale, keep that right foot flexed as we're coming to our warrior three. So the toes are staying down towards the mat. The hips are nice and neutral. Again, there's a micro bend in this left leg. And now warrior three, have one more breath. Inhale. Exhale, softly, slowly come back to center. See if you can draw that right knee in towards the chest. And then exhale, place it down. Inhale, keep the arms extended, grow nice and tall. Exhale, forward fold. Letting it go. Allow the arms to be heavy. Keep the head a yes and a no. Inhale, flat back, fingertips to shins. Exhale, bend the knees, roll in the spine, vertebrae at a time. Inhale, hands up and overhead, drawing palms to touch. Exhale to heart center. Okay, so coming to other side, you know what's coming now. Roll the shoulders back and down. Place your weight into the right foot, actively press into that foot. Draw that left knee towards the chest, into our stalk pose. Feel really active all the way into the very tips of that left foot. Again, you have the option of just using the left hand to draw in the knee and out towards the side. You don't have to do the full bind. Otherwise, see, you can take the peace fingers of the left hand, catching the toe, big toe. And then when you're ready, see, you can extend it out in front of you. Again, option to have that bend in the right knee, you have a bend in the left knee. We're really working on our balance here. So drawing the core in, feel the belly button come towards the spine. See if you can roll the shoulders back, inhale. As you exhale, open the hip, take the left leg out towards the left-hand side. Keep your wrist to your eye gaze on something that's not moving. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, let go of the foot. See if you can hold it there. Use those hip flexors to work it a little bit higher. Take the hands open in line with the shoulders. Inhale. As you exhale, come into warrior three. Keep that left foot flexed, toes facing down. Tilting forwards, open through the chest. Active all the way into the very tips of the fingers. Have one more breath here. Inhale. And exhale, softly coming back up. See if you can draw that knee back up towards the chest. And then exhale, place that left foot down. Inhale, grow taller with the arms. Exhale, forward fold, let it go. It went well or it went badly, it doesn't matter, give it a little shake off. Inhale, flat back, fingertips to shins. Exhale, forward fold, bend the knees, stack up in the spine. Inhale, hands up and over the head. We're going to make our way towards the ground now. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, fingertips and shins. Exhale, bend the knees, hands down, taking a final flow, set back into your plank pose. Inhale, press into the earth, engage the core. Options below the knees. Exhale, elbows into ribcage. Inhale, upward dog cobra, rolling the shoulders back. Exhale, downward dog. And this is our final downward dog, so feel free to sway the hips from side to side, making movements that feel good. Have one more breath, inhale. And then as you exhale, either crossing the knees or jumping towards a seated position. However feels good, come down towards the bum. Roll the shoulders back and down a few times. And then we're going to draw the soles of the feet together into our butterfly position. So having two hands length distance between the groin and the base of the heels. Just make sure you've got that distance there. And then hold onto the shins, the ankles, maybe the feet, wherever feels good for you. Roll the shoulders back, look forwards. And as you exhale, allow the spine to arch. You can take the elbows in front of the shins. Think of the chin coming towards the feet. And you can soften and sway from side to side, just allowing the knees to come to either side, allowing there to be an arch in the spine. Maybe even allowing the head to go, thinking of the chin coming towards the chest. Have one more breath. Inhale. And exhale. From here, softly roll up on the spine. From here, we're going to extend the legs out in front of us. See if we can draw those ankles and inner ankles towards each other. Flexing the foot so we're nice and active. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, look forwards. Exhale, hinging from the hips, walking those hands down towards the feet, maybe catching onto the feet, the shins, the ankles. You can bend the knees if this feels really uncomfortable for you. Inhale, roll those shoulders back, look forwards, almost in that flat back position. And then exhale, elbows will come out nice and wide, draw the chest down towards the thighs. And again from here, you can soften, you can sway. You can yes and no the head, whatever feels good for you. Have two more breaths here in your forward fold. Inhale. And exhale. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale. On your next inhale, softly rise up in the spine. Place the fingertips down to each side. And then see if you can draw the shins up towards the ceiling. So coming towards our boat pose. So roll the shoulders back, open through the chest. When you found your balance, then maybe see if you can take the arms in line with the shins. From here, inhale, grow nice and tall. As you exhale, slowly go back to straighten the legs and soften the spine towards the back of the mat. But see if we can pause and be nice and slow here on our way down towards the mat. So pausing slightly, open boat. Exhale, going slightly deeper, hovering the legs, squeezing the thighs. One more breath, inhale. Final time, exhale, not quite down towards the mat, pause if you can, inhale. And then exhale, completely relax down, allow the shoulders to soften. Just have a moment to allow the body to be soft. And then just counterbalancing those forward folds, draw the soles of the feet down towards the mat, take them in line with the hips. On your next inhale, we're going to make our way towards bridge pose. So press into the soles of the feet, lifting up vertebrae at a time in the spine. Keep the back of the head nice and grounded. Have a breath at the top there, inhale. And then exhale, soften down. From here, coming straight back up. Inhale, press the soles of the feet. lifting up vertebrae at a time. Option to take a bind underneath the spine, so linking the fingertips together, straightening the arms, maybe walking those shoulders close to each other so you get a bit more height. Keeping that back of the head nice and grounded, not moving the neck. Inhale. Exhale, releasing the bind, softening the vertebrae down at a time. And we're doing that one more time. There's an option to come to wheel if you'd like to, or just come to either of those variations. So inhale again, making sure that the feet are in line with the knees are in line with the hips. Take the hips up towards the ceiling. Options have that bind underneath the spine. Or if you're working towards wheel, then taking the hands by the sides of the face, lifting so the fingertips are down towards the bottom of the mat. And as you inhale, press into the feet, press into the hands, lifting the chest up towards the ceiling, straightening the arms. And we need to make sure our knees are in line with the hips. And what's really common here is the knees will splay out towards the sides. So really thinking of the knees going in line with the feet down towards the top of the mat. Have one more breath. Inhale. And exhale, soften down. Be nice and slow, allow the vertebrae to come down towards the mat. And then draw the knees in towards the chest. Making some movements with the knees one way and the other way. And finishing with some spinal twists, just taking the hands in line with the shoulders. Inhale and center. Exhale, knees over towards the left-hand side, keeping that right shoulder planted. Option to gaze towards those right fingertips. Soften and release. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale over towards your right-hand side, left shoulder planted. Allow the body to soften, allow the breath to slow down. Inhale, draw back to center. And make any movements you need to release, to soften. And then make your way to your Shavasana, just taking the feet as wide as the mat. Palms facing upwards on either side of the body. Close the eyes and soften the gaze. Taking some time to be actively still. Draw your mind back to your breath. Really noticing the belly rise and fall. Soften the shoulders. Release and relax the jaw and the tongue. Find that space in between the eyebrows, soften the forehead. And just notice where the mind's at, if it's starting to wander. If you feel quite comfortable and relaxed here. Just take a few moments to be thankful for practicing, for working hard, and for our warriors. Just seeing if you can keep the mind focused on the body for these final few breaths, creating that union between the body, the breath, and the mind. And then from here, start to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Roll the ankles and the wrists. Maybe draw the knees in towards the chest. Make any movements that feel good. And when you're ready, softly, slowly roll over towards your left-hand side, pressing into the hands, and making your way up towards a seated position. See if you can keep the eyes closed, or maybe close the eyes when you get here. Roll the shoulders back and down. And see if you can grow taller in the spine, so you feel that openness through the shoulders, through the chest. See if you can relax the eyebrows or find that space in between the eyebrows. Soften the muscles of the face. Option to have a smile. And then on your next breath, inhale, extend the hands up towards the ceiling, drawing the palms back together. Exhale, down the center line of the body, sealing in your practice and pausing in front of the heart. Thank you all so much for coming this evening. Namaste, thank you. Just come and see everyone. I've definitely got a nice big human-sized sweat patch on my mat. So it was a bit of a sweaty one. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you all so much for coming. And I've got the yin slow flow practice tomorrow. So if you want something far more chilled, then you're welcome to come tomorrow as well. Thank you all so much, and I'll hopefully see you soon. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. See you guys soon.